What is good, fam? We back at it with another video. Y'all already know what time it is. Dangerously jaw-dropping moments on my 600-pound life. Look at her eating this old big biscuit, man. Let's get it.
My 600-Pound Life is TLC's most famous show that has been documenting the weight loss journeys of morbidly obese patients for nearly a decade. In this journey, we've witnessed many participants going through jaw-dropping transformations over the years. As everybody knows that the road to success is filled with bumps, the patients of Dr. Now's weight loss program also face numerous challenges and struggles. Well, in today's video, we will be looking at dangerously jaw-dropping moments on my 600-Pound Life. So, let's get started. Bethany Stout.
Because when the cravings come and I have to have what I
Lady, why? You Ooh, y'all not starting out.
want is all I can think about.
Dr. Now's weight loss program also tackles the issues of cravings and boredom-driven eating patterns during their therapy sessions. But not every patient complied with him, and exactly that was the case with Bethany. For instance, she never believed that this sort of therapy could ever help her situation. But the problem was in the attitude by which she perceived things. Bethany wasn't controlling her cravings or pushing herself to do better. Therefore, despite receiving a successful gastric bypass surgery, she ended up gaining weight just after 4 months. This all happened because she wasn't working on her mistakes as she was instructed to. Apart from this, Bethany claimed that the surgery didn't work properly on her and didn't do its magic as it was supposed to.
You can get the surgery, but you gotta stop eating as much, sweetheart. Okay. Hold on, fam. What is this? This the green drink?
I took the last of the green juice out, so I can make more for the make room for the watermelon that I took. Thank you.
Alright, my bad, fam. But what was I saying? Oh, hold up.
Because she wasn't working on her mistakes as she was instructed to. Apart from this, Bethany claimed that the surgery didn't work properly on her and didn't
The only way it's gonna work properly if you stop eating all the BS you eating, man. Look, she look like she don't even care right here. Like,
do its magic as it was supposed to. After hearing her bizarre claims, Dr. Now gave her his 2 cents by replying that the surgery was never a magic fix that she believed in. He also warned her that if she really wants things to go her way, she's gonna have to get a grip of reality. Otherwise, things could get far worse. But Bethany gave in to her intuition and went back to overeating. Even after all of this, Dr. Now still decided to do an endoscopy to check how her stomach was responding after the surgery. He let her husband know the seriousness of her situation, but in his mind, he was extremely worried about her eating habits and the disaster that'll be waiting for her.
I wanted to talk to you to tell you that this is a lot harder than I thought, and I'm not sure if I can continue with your program.
Tera Neely.
I'm just letting myself go to the point where I'm bedridden. I do everything from my bed.
A contestant from season 4 of My 600-Pound Life, Tera Neely was estimated to weigh nearly 800 pounds when her episode first aired. When she joined the program, she was bedridden for almost 2 years. When it was time to carry her out of the house so that she could travel to Dr. Now's facility in Houston, the help of 9 firefighters was taken to put her in the back of the van. By the way, at the start of her stay at the hospital, Tera shed some weight, but unfortunately, it didn't continue, and she started gaining it all again. During a month at home, she ended up gaining almost 28 pounds, but eventually got approved for her weight loss surgery. Not only this, just after 2 months post-surgery, her diabetes and blood pressure was already getting better. Even her legs also started shrinking as her lymphedema mass was getting smaller. But despite all these positive signs, Tera refused to get out of her bed for a long time, as she was used to laying there all day. The reason for this was later discovered in the follow-up episode, when she complained that she's in too much pain to even try to stand, especially since her lymphedema had been removed. So, in order to get her to stand up on her own feet, Dr. Now eventually sent her to a rehab facility. But Tera even ended up checking herself out, against the doctor's wishes. Then, after a while, Tera summoned the courage and eventually turned things around, as just after the 2 years of starting her journey, she was able to walk on her own for the first time in years.
I love it. I love it. Now, I'm going to keep it a buck. Doing this with the weight loss journey and the whole 9, when you're mentally stagnant in that mindset of, like how she's saying, like she was so bedridden that she didn't want to get up and do anything. That's all she knew. But it's like, you got to get that mindset to want to be able to get up and stand up. And look at that, she's walking around. I can keep it a buck. It's tough starting out. It's really tough starting out. You know what I'm saying? But I've been seeing a lot of people doing it, man. I've been seeing a lot of people getting up and changing some stuff around, man. Like, for real. And it's dope.
My world was my bed for 3 years, and now the whole world is open to me.
Yeah.
DMV, did you know that UMGC tuition is low cost and you pay $0 for digital material?
I'm good with your fines, yeah.
Robert Butchell.
Oh, yeah, he passed.
We came in, and the doctor pronounced he was dead.
When Robert Butchell first appeared on the show, he weighed nearly 850 pounds, and therefore is still known as one of the heaviest patients Dr. Now ever dealt with.
No, he ain't. What about that boy that weighed 919 pounds? That was the heaviest one that he ever dealt with.
His obesity, the major strain on his health was his addiction to painkillers. This played a major role in his health deterioration and untimely demise. Well, with the support and love from his mother and his fiancée, Catherine, Robert managed to control his unhealthy eating habits after a quite rocky start of the journey. And after all the struggle and hard work, he managed to lose nearly 350 pounds of weight, including a lymphedema mass that was removed after surgical intervention.
That's what's up.
But despite all the good signs, the removal of the mass, unfortunately, left Robert deeply depressed, and therefore he started craving painkillers. His addiction got so bad at one point that he tore all his stitches in order to get some extra pills. Sadly, his addiction to painkillers made his life miserable, and even before the episode ended, he passed away from a heart attack during the filming process in November 2017. Following Robert's death, Dr. Now hailed him for being a fighter. Furthermore, he also expressed his frustration and anger at the medical system for its complicity in Robert's addiction, as it was the only thing that ultimately led to his demise.
Robert had struggle with his weight and his body gave up, but he never did give up.
Susan Farmer.
Fought to the end.
If I fail, there's nothing anybody can do for me.
Well, Susan Farmer, the contestant from season 3 of My 600-Pound Life, might not sound like a crazy patient like some of the others mentioned on the list. She is added to the list because her story is pretty insane and almost unbelievable. She shared that since high school, she has weighed over 600 pounds and is also diagnosed with a neurological disease known as neuropathy. In this disease, one or more nerves get damaged or dysfunction, which typically results in numbness, tingling of muscle, weakness, and pain in the affected area. Due to her condition, Susan was also declared to be at risk of immobility for her entire life if she didn't change her lifestyle soon. By the way, on her first appointment with Dr. Now, she was told that she would have to lose at least 100 pounds if she wants to get approved for surgery. Susan turned out to be a very motivated person who lost weight by sticking to the diet plan designed by Dr. Now and dropped from 607 pounds to 507 pounds in just a few months. But unfortunately, Susan still struggled to finally walk as she started to lose the feeling sensation in her legs. She was patiently waiting for her gastric bypass surgery, but after this, Dr. Now started to warn her about the risk of ending up permanently paralyzed. But Susan, being a brave person, didn't give up on the procedure by stating that the surgery was her second chance at life, so she wants to fight for it. She underwent months and months of excruciating physical therapy and was back on her feet by dropping more than 400 pounds of weight. This meant that she lost unbelievably 2/3 of her initial body weight. Huzzah, Susan!
I see you lost some more weight. I'm glad to see that you're making good progress.
Yeah.
I'm very happy.
Tracy Matthew.
It's like I have these two huge anchors attached to me.
Lord. I ain't never seen this lady in ever. What?
That make it almost impossible to move.
At the beginning of her episode, when Tracy was first introduced to the viewers, she weighed around 606 pounds, with the majority of her weight being in the legs. This was because the legs were swollen with lymphedema, which made her one of the most medically complicated patients in the history of my 600-pound life. In order to get her out of the bed, Tracy's husband, Anthony, had to lift her legs, as she was unable to barely stand on them on her own. Even when she planned to take a trip to Houston so she could visit Dr. Now, she had to be fitted in the car's trunk. For Tracy, that 20-hour road trip to Houston was nothing more than a pure trauma, as she was literally unable to move during the whole journey. She had to ask her husband to stop every once in a while, as during the journey, the pain in her legs would just become too much to bear. When they reached the medical facility, Anthony had to lift Tracy's legs out of the truck of the car. Not just that, he even tried to move her legs a bit, rub them to get the blood flow running. But luckily, by the end of her episode, Tracy eventually made it to Dr. Now and managed to shed 218 pounds. More power to you, Tracy.
Doing great. I'm proud of you. You've done very good.
Thank you.
And look forward to see you again and get your next operation.
Tera Taylor.
Being this size, it's a lot of things in my life that's hard.
When Tera Taylor started her weight loss journey in season 2 of My 600-Pound Life, weighing just over 600 pounds, she was practically bedridden. This mother of two had to rely on her family to take care of her children. But the things finally got better when she shed a whopping 300 pounds of weight, nearly half of her initial weight. And honestly, all the credits go to Dr. Now's program. After this,
and it proves it works. You ain't gonna beat a lot of these 600-pound patients up in there. Your program don't work. It don't work. They got people that done it and it worked. I'm still trying not to cuss, y'all. I'm cooling, but it worked. You mother.
She finally got the chance to be a mother to her kids again, as now she was able to take care of them on her own. However, as she lost immense weight in such a short amount of time, it took a great toll on Tera's immune system. She used to get sick very easily, as the compromised immune system couldn't handle all the infections. But apart from that, after getting gastric bypass surgery, things have been going pretty well in her life. She even got engaged to her long-term old friend, Eugene, with whom she went on a date in 2015 during a follow-up episode of the show.
I've never helped my son get ready for school. One day he won't want his mama helping him in the morning.
Erica Wall.
Can't believe she just wasted all that food. I'm so frustrated right now.
We have seen many determined patients on My 600-Pound Life who were so determined to meet Dr. Now that they didn't even hesitate to take risks to get to Houston. One such case was of Erica from season 5, who decided to board a plane despite the fact that the doctors advised her not to. Because according to them, it wasn't a good idea for her to fly all the way, especially without any medical assistance, because there was a risk of blood clots forming in her legs. On top of that, Erica bought a whole aisle of 3 seats that made her feel humiliated, as she had to be carted past the other passengers in order to see if she could even fit there. Well, fortunately, she did fit in the plane and safely made it to Houston, where she successfully managed to shed a whole 190 pounds till the end of her episode.
That's what's up.
It's been about a month since my surgery and I've been feeling really good. So I decided I wanted to go somewhere.
That's all for today, guys, with dangerously jaw-dropping.
I'm glad they ain't showed that girl Shanae, because I seen her in the beginning. I was like, please. These was actually, you said dangerously jaw-dropping, but these was actually, a couple of these was actually good. But yeah, man, it's doing that. It's like when you doing the weight loss and you on that journey, you breaking through mental barriers that was just set there in your comfort zone. It's like you in your comfort zone, and every time you just running through another wall, running through another wall, running through another wall, and it will make you emotional because it's like you actually doing something for yourself. And usually, like this is nothing but the truth. I struggle with it. You be doing so much for everybody else. When it's time to do something for you, you feel it don't feel right, you know, because you got so used to doing stuff for everybody else. But you got to put in that work to start doing something for you. I honestly can say that I'm struggling with it now, to right now. And it has knocked me off my path a little bit, but I'm getting back on it. But you gotta take the time to put in the work for yourself, with yourself. You know, it's a mental battle. It's really a mental battle. Especially when you're so used to being in that mindset. Like, it's tough getting out of in the beginning. It's really tough getting out of, but it's like instead of just thinking like you want to do a weeks on there, you want to do it day by day by day by day, and that's, I believe, is going to work. But it's like you got to make that decision. You got to make that decision in order to do it for yourself. You got to make that decision. Do you want to be better, or do you want to keep staying in this comfort zone? And the comfort zone is not even that big. The comfort zone is probably like that big. That big. Compared to the rest, which is huge. Once you break out of that comfort zone, you start to experience a whole different level of things. All different things. And that's not just with weight loss. That's with, like I said, it's with your mental, it's with your physical, it's with your financial, it's with your spiritual, it's with everything. But man, you gotta take that step. Matter of fact, you gotta take them steps, because it's gonna take steps to get to where you need to be. Sometimes you're gonna have to run. Sometimes you're gonna have to just go full out into it. You got to be obsessed with it, and you're gonna have, like you seen the videos, you're gonna have people trying to fuck it up for you. You're gonna have people that's gonna come around and discourage you. You're gonna have people that you thought was going to support you not support you. You know what I'm saying? But the ones that you see that's around you, that's really supporting you, checking you when you fucking up, doing all the shit like a real fucking friend or family member should do, or somebody that really loves you should do. Those are the people you need to keep around when you get to where you really dream of being. Those are the people you need to keep around. Don't do them dirty at all. But yeah, man. Yeah, I'm working on it right now, y'all. Trust and believe. It's not easy. It's a little tough, but I'm gonna get through it. And it's like this a new month. We got the rest of the year. the year ain't over yet. Some folks be like, man, we got this and it. The year ain't fucking over yet. You can still change a lot right now. So just know, I'm right there fighting with y'all. Whoever is watching this video, I'm right there fighting with y'all. If y'all going through this, I honestly could say I'm a little depressed now, but I'm not as depressed as I was, and that's the best thing about it. But yeah, man, get up, get outside, get around some good people, do some things that you ain't never thought you would do. But yeah, man, that's all I wanted to say. If y'all like this video, make sure you smash the like button for your boy. Comment down below what y'all thought about the video. Share the video and subscribe to the channel for your boy. If you want me to react to anything else, let me know down in the comment sections as well. Alright? See you on the next one, man. Peace, love, blessings. We out this piece.